Thursday, and it's kind of dark because it's overcast and it's been raining, and we need lots more of that. Last night I got there in plenty of time. They were still having their meeting when I got there at the fire station. I was able to present them with the computers and hung out with them for a little bit. Learned a little bit more about what they do and what their specialties are. And then on the way home, the highway I was on, if you remember from last night's vlog, the speed limit was 75. So I was doing 75 and hit about a 25-pound raccoon. So I have to go take the poor little Prius in to the dealership on Saturday and have it inspected and find out what's going on. It's rattling on the passenger side where I hit, so you can't hear it right now, but it's been rattling, so I'm sure there's something wrong. And it looks like all the plastic's knocked out of the wheel well, which is really weird, so we'll see what they have to say about it. The insurance company already knows, so I just got to go to the Toyota dealer and have them look at it and figure out what's exactly going on. What else? Oh, I am calling a couple other fire departments tomorrow. We may be taking a trip up to West. Depends on, I got to try to get a hold of them tomorrow and see if they have a need for computers for their volunteer fire department. And if they do, if they can use some, I may run up there Saturday and I'll take you guys along for the ride. And we'll go up there and deliver them some computers. I really want to, and I'm hoping that they come back and say yes. But it's just a matter of they may say, no, we don't really need it right now, or somebody's already given us a bunch of stuff, or whatever. I don't ever know what's going to happen with these situations, because it's not something I can easily predict. They may come back and say, yeah, somebody already gave us some, or whatever. Or we have plenty and we don't need any. So, and I try not to force it on anybody if they don't want it. But I like to help. It makes me feel good to help. And they were all really happy about it last night. And we're going to go next weekend. They're having their annual fundraiser. And they do, they sell like plates of food. And they claim it's best fried chicken in Texas. So we'll see. We're going to go next Saturday to it. So I think it'll be pretty cool. I actually just pulled up at Ross. My wife and a roommate are in there, so I'm going to go figure out where they're at in just a second. But anyway, work went fine today. Got soaked coming back. I went to Chick-fil-A because I went yesterday and got a sandwich, and then got a free sandwich thing today. And so by the time I got back into the building, the bag looked like a rat had chewed through it because the rain got to it. And I had it gripped, and it just basically melted away where I was gripping it. Underneath where I was gripping it was really crazy. But I got that, and then I went to H-E-B and got some gobstoppers. I don't know what my deal is with gobstoppers now. And I'm not supposed to have jawbreakers, but what I do is just leave them in my mouth until they get to the point where they start to fall apart, and then I just crunch I guess I like the tart part of the middle. I don't know, it's weird. So anyway, I think I'm going to go in and see what they're doing. Try to keep them from buying anything. No, I don't care if they buy anything. I'm not worried about that. What else? Oh, I want to give a shout out to my buddy Ernie. He called me earlier. He's the inspiration behind a lot of stories. Storytime with Frank will have definitely more stories about him. Actually, I'm probably going to tell the wreck one, our curse, that him and I have. I'll probably tell it this weekend. But anyway, he told me tonight, he's always been a really big guy since I've known him. And, big, 300 plus. And he said tonight that he now weighs 217. He wears a size 34. And he's lost 176 pounds, I think he said, or 100. Yeah, I think it's 176. So I'm definitely proud of him. That's amazing to lose that much weight, and I definitely need to get on the ball and start losing some weight. And he asked me about it, and I've lost a little bit, but not nearly enough. I need to really get into it. And the biggest reason, not just because of my health, is I also want to volunteer with the local fire department. I've always kind of wanted to either be I want to always be in law enforcement, and now I've kind of switched that because this is something that I can obtain by going to some training and getting some certifications versus having to pay for a school and being out of a job while I go to a school to go work for a local sheriff's or police department and make, $10,000 to $20,000 less than I make now a year, and it's just not going to cut it. But I want to do this volunteer thing to help out. It's another way for me to help out the community. So I'm such a nice guy. Sometimes. Still not going to talk about my surprise. Good Lord. I should have turned the camera around. These ladies just left Ross, and they got to have like 5-inch heels on. Okay, and no Ross Cater strippers. Anyway, surprise coming Sunday. I'm not going to talk about it still. It's just a little tease. And I'm only teasing one person with this. Some of you that watch will think it's pretty cool, but some of you will be like, that was it? So, but anyway, it's a good Mother's Day surprise. Anyway, so I'm going to go in there and see what they're doing and see if Ross has anything interesting, and then I might talk her into going to Best Buy, or I may run down there and see if that other JVC is gone down or not yet, because I'm really interested in buying that other one, like I said. So anyway, you guys have a safe and wonderful and happy and joyous and whatever Thursday night. Don't hit any raccoons. Good Lord, don't hit any raccoons. The sound of that thing hitting the car was horrible. And whatever you got going on in the morning, work, school, going to the dentist, going to the doctor, going to jump out of a plane, getting on a plane to go scuba diving, whatever you're doing, be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow.